I now give the floor to His Excellency Marit Sagiampong, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, allow me to begin by congratulating His Excellency Mr. Philemon Yang on his elections to preside over the 79th sessions of the United Nations General Assembly. I am here today representing Thailand new government led by Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra to reiterate Thailand's determinations to continue our people-centered, economic-oriented policies to achieve stability and sustainable development for our people. Mr. President, in an increasing fragmented and complex world, Thailand reaffirms our support for a rule-based multilateral system with the United Nations at its core. When the United Nations was founded 7 decades ago, we did not envision challenges from technological disruptions, pandemics, and climate crisis. In view of present reality, the United Nations must step up and respond to the evolving challenges of our time to remain relevant. It must be agile and adaptable to new and emerging threats, and to ensure that multilateral system is fit for purpose. Global governance and the United Nations must undertake a comprehensive reforms, including that of Security Council. With this year's Summit of the Futures and general debate, Thailand looks to the United Nations we all need. A United Nations with increased convening power to sustain and strengthen international peace and security. A United Nations that effectively address global challenges. A United Nations that improve the life, equality, and dignities of people around the world. And the United Nations that speaks for the aspirations and interests for all nations, not just the most powerful. Mr. President, Thailand believes that in order for the United Nations to truly sustain and strengthen international peace and security, member states must uphold their disarmament and non-proliferation obligations to rebuild trust and ensure a safe and secure world. Moreover, various flashpoints around the globe continue to challenge the credibility of the United Nations to resolve conflict. We are deeply concerned about increasing armed conflict in Ukraine and different parts of the world, as well as the escalations, violence, and worsening humanitarian situations in Gaza. These situations have far-reaching implications on any smallest nation. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us to find peaceful solutions that respect the United Nations charters and human rights. In our own neighborhood, Thailand faces challenges from the situations in Myanmar. As Thailand shares the longest land border with Myanmar, we are directly affected by the spillover effect of the situations in the country. We wish to see a peaceful and prosperous Myanmar, which will also bode well for peace and prosperities in the regions at large. We believe that the peaceful political solutions in Myanmar must be Myanmar-led, Myanmar-owned. This is why we are engaging with all sides, and we will continue to work closely with ASEAN and the international communities to facilitate dialogue among different parties to drive forward the 5-point consensus. As part of this effort, we are stepping up humanitarian assistance to the people of Myanmar through various channels, including the ASEAN Coordinating Center for Humanitarian Assistance on Disaster Management, and relevant United Nations organizations. Thailand will continue to support a peaceful and prosperous Myanmar, not just because it is a pragmatic approach, but it is the right way forward. Mr. President, sustainable peace, security, and development are closely linked, and to secure a sustainable future, we must accelerate attainment of the Sustainable Development Goal. On Thailand's part, we have been sharing our locally driven, people-centered development approach known as Sufficiency Economies Philosophy, or SEP, to advance implementations of the SDGs. The SEP for SDGs partnership is known widely and as a best practice on SDGs localization. We are concerned with the slow pace in the implementations of SDGs goal at the global level, which is only 17% on track. We must ensure that countries have adequate means and resources to achieve the SDGs, especially through financing for development. The 4th International Conference on Financing for Development next year provides a key opportunities to address the large and growing SDGs financing gaps. In this regard, Thailand reiterates the call for a reform of the international financing architecture. In addition to ensure a just and inclusive financing system, we must also strengthen trade, investment, and development cooperation, especially through South-South and triangular cooperation. Thailand is committed to forging stronger partnership, particularly with least developed countries, landlocked developing countries, and small island developing states. Moreover, Thailand's aspirations to become a member of BRICS and OECD is driven by our design to build bridges to promote North-South development cooperation, which is also critical in addressing urgent challenges such as climate change. Indeed, Thailand is among the top 10 countries most affected by climate change. Earlier this month, Thailand and many countries in Southeast Asia were faced with destructive floods caused by Typhoon Yanggi. We therefore advocate a balanced and equal emphasis on both mitigations and adaptations for climate action. To achieve concrete results, we must scale up climate finance. Thailand looks forward to the COP29 in Baku this November, where member states will commit to a new collective quantified goals grounded on the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities. At the same time, we hope to see the full operationalization of the loss and damage fund soon. Climate disaster have taught us that failure to address this matter will delay the achievement of the SDGs and have widespread impact on human rights and human security. For these reasons, the implementation of the Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction is crucial. Mr. President, the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was an achievement that met the highest aspirations of the people. And today, amid risings of inequalities and vulnerability, Thailand believes that the United Nations must remain the bedrocks of fundamental truth enshrined in declarations to protect the life and ensure the equalities and dignity for all. For Thailand, protecting and promoting human rights for all does not only mean guaranteeing basic human dignity, but it also aims at providing opportunity to advance social justice and equality. With our long-standing policies to protect all persons and groups, especially the most vulnerable, we have made concrete progress in ensuring equal rights for all, those living in Thailand, regardless of their origins, belief, sex, or gender. Based on this commitment, Thailand is presenting our candidature to the Human Rights Council for the term 2025 to 2027. At the Council, we will serve as bridge builder to connect different perspectives and work with all stakeholders. We will ensure that all countries are equipped and supported in their human rights action through experience sharing and technical cooperation. Moreover, we will also continue to push for the creation of safe and secure society for all. Recently, we adopted the Marriage Equality Act. On health, we will continue to advance the rights to health by advocating for universal health coverage and the conclusions of pandemic treaty, as well as steer forward the foreign policies and global health agenda, which Thailand serves as chair next year, or this year. On crime prevention, we will work closely with our partners to combat increasing drug trafficking and transnational crimes in the regions and beyond, especially those enabled by digital technologies and underground economies. Mr. President, Thailand welcomed the successful conclusions of the Summit of the Future. In the next step, we have to work together to make the Pact for the Future high on impact and high on action by translating the Pact into tangible outcomes. And to realize this, I outline Thailand's visions to achieve this future through what I call the 4 Ps. Whether it be building a future where all are protected, where all can prosper, and which is promising for all. It is essential that we give our collective political will. This means harnessing our political will to promote the power of technologies to help accelerate the SDGs and taking steps to close the digital divide among countries through the Global Digital Compact. We support technology cross-flow and transfer, capacity building, as well as digital literacy development to enhance the abilities of countries to promote people-centered and planet-centric development. This also means giving importance to the declarations of future generations. For our actions or inactions of today will determine a future for them. Everywhere, youth and future generations deserve to have big dreams and even bigger door of opportunities. Mr. President, 78 years ago, Thailand looked towards the United Nations as a guarantor of a more peaceful and prosperous future. And at present, Thailand carries onwards the same belief of the United Nations, that is, pioneers of the prevailing peace, and drive our peacekeepers and aid workers to serve in remote regions of the globe. And in this very same spirit, Thailand pledges to continue to serve as a bridge builder, fostering dialogue and trust among nations. We may be nations with different and diverse culture and traditions, but we are united by our common humanity and aspirations for the future we want. And for that, we must together build the United Nations we need. I thank you very much, Mr. President.
I thank the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand. I now give the floor to His Excellency